people don't want to see you succeed. And this is kind of a large idea that you kind of have to grasp when you start going down that road towards, really focusing on like what you want to do with your life and become successful. And one of the main things you're going to understand on that path is that people really don't want to see you succeed. And this is just a thing that people just naturally do. Well, I shouldn't say naturally, but a lot of people do. When they see somebody that is more successful than them, right, their first thought is to automatically hate and discredit everything that they've done to achieve that success. So they'll downplay all their results. And this goes for not just money and like success, but like also like looks. like there's men and girls that if they see someone that's attractive, they automatically start just belittling them just because they're good looking. They'll accuse them of things. They'll accuse them of being like, I don't know if I could say the word, but the H word, the S word, a bitch, stuff like that. They'll call like men like players, pimps, whatever, just for being like genetically good looking or whatever, just because they take care of themselves. And that's somehow an automatic indication that these people are just messing and playing with everybody that they lay eyes on. So believe it or not, even good looking people at times, unless they have like some type of status, if they're an everyday guy that's just like an extremely good looking dude or girl, these people could be like very single because they suffer the same struggles that like ugly or bad looking people do as well. It's just a different reasoning. So like, for example, if a girl sees a really good looking guy, but they see an average dude, there's a good chance they could go for the average guy because he's a safe option. The good looking guy gets looked at as a player, as a pimp. He can get whoever he wants. Too much struggle, too much stress. The relationship won't last before they even before they even talk to the person. They judge so quick. And basically my point here is that any type of thing that puts you above others, I'm not saying that I'm above people or like you are above people or anything like that, but anything that people think you are above them in, they will automatically discredit you in anything. Another example is I seen a video of Jeff Bezos walking through one of his warehouses, and it had a counter on him showing how much money he was making per second without the whole, like, I think it was a minute long video. And then he was talking to an employee of his, and it showed his counter, and it was like 0.02 something every second, something like that. It was like a much smaller margin than Bezos, which he made like 10 grand within like a minute, something like that. It was a counter. But basically what happened in the video was Bezos was walking throughout, he was explaining to the cameraman, to the camera, what's like going on and all this and that. And then what happened was the employee stopped him and told him, that he worked at a bunch of different companies and nobody treated him as well as Amazon did. And Bezos stopped and, he thanked me. He's like, oh, you didn't have to do all that. I appreciate it. And then they talked for a bit and he went on about his day. And he brought it up a few times. But when you go through the comments, everybody is hating on this guy. They're all hating on Bezos. They're like, oh, he didn't give a shit. He didn't care. He just has a bunch of slaves or whatever, all because this dude is like incredibly successful and he's a multi-billionaire. Why are they hating on him? Because once you reach to a certain level of success, people will naturally hate on you for no reason. You will never be able to do good with these people because if you're above them in any situation, you're automatically a terrible person to them. If you make good money for yourself, if you became successful, they will automatically hate you. If you are, another one is if you're an extremely good looking person and maybe they think they aren't, they will immediately hate on you for no reason. That's another thing. Well, good looking people, they'll get accused of being players and pimps and all this, but they'll also get just told that they're the most ugliest piece of shit that has ever existed, just by random people, just because they don't want to boost their ego. It's so stupid, and it's just a waste of everybody's time. You're putting down somebody because genetically you think they're good looking. So it used to be a good thing, but now apparently it's not. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. But this is the same thing with any type of success. Not only is it looks, you know, money or whatever, people will just, they wish failure onto you. And I feel like the quicker you can understand this, the better you can get with handling it, so that it doesn't affect you as much when you get further in that road, right? Because your whole goal is to have as little things hold you back as much as possible, right? So really get that in your idea, because this will happen. This can happen with anybody, people online, which is gonna be the number one thing. If you make videos, you're gonna get hate. It's just a guaranteed thing. Because in your eyes, or in their eyes, you're already doing something that they're not. They are a consumer while you are a creator. Even if you're not a big creator, it doesn't matter. The point is, you got up off the couch, you made a video where they're sitting there watching it. They didn't have to put any effort in to make it. They're there watching it. So because you created something, I got an iPhone storage error. But anyways, what I was saying was, because you created something and you did something that people usually don't do, you're out of the ordinary, you're not normal, you're not in that standard, right? You're gonna get hate on this, guaranteed. It doesn't matter what you do in your life, no matter what. If you do something that is against what they believe, they will hate on you no matter what. If you do something that makes you stand out, they're gonna hate you no matter what. And this is something that it's just life, and it sucks. It's, it's not the most fun thing to deal with, obviously. But I feel like once you can hold on the grasp of that, you'll get used to it, and then you can worry about other stuff that's more important than some, bozo online hating on you for no reason, or someone in school or work or whatever is hating on you because, like another example would be, let's say you're just getting into fitness. Let's say you're someone who's overweight, right? You're just getting into fitness. So you're really watching it, like, you're just trying to stay consistent with the gym, trying to stay consistent with your diet. And a perfect example is like, you go into work, you bring in a really healthy lunch. You usually don't do that. And now everybody's looking at you like, oh, this guy's trying to eat healthy now. Like, it's stuff like that like, people will just hate on you, and they also can put this under the claim that is just a joke, right? And I mean, just don't care, because like, these people, they're not going to do anything in their life. They're not going to change whatsoever. They think they're right about everything. They're arrogant. So why should you care what they have to say? If they don't have the open mind to listen to you speak, there's no reason why you should have the open mind to let them speak. There's no point. If they are not in the position that you want to be in, stop listening to them. It's really that simple. I mean, yes, there are people out there that they might not be in a good position, but in this certain aspect, they might be in a good position. Perfect example would be, maybe your parents are in a very successful marriage, but maybe they just hate their job and they're trying to give you financial advice so you don't listen. Which, rightfully so, because you don't see any evidence on why you should listen to them, because either they're poor or whatever. But in the relationship aspect that you gave you advice on that, you should probably sit and listen, because they're still together. And let's be honest, most people aren't. It's very rare to see marriages last, and you often see them end in divorce all the time, especially in America. But the whole point of this video that I'm making is that people are going to hate on you when you succeed. People are going to hate on you when you do something different. If you put your head out more than others, and you make yourself seem like you're different, which you will be if you are going down that path, you will get hate no matter what. They will tell you that you're not going on the right way, or they'll just straight up diss on you for no reason, even if it has nothing to do with them. So just learn to accept it. You can, if you want, you can try to change your mind, but I'm telling you right now, most people are so close-minded, it will go through one ear and one out the other. So you can take your time to just try to get them to learn your side, but don't be surprised if they just don't listen. So, that being said, to summarize, it's literally just me, people are going to hate. People don't want to see you win, because they don't. There's like, the real people will. I'll say that. The real people will want to see you win, because they were there from the beginning. They were the ones standing up for you. They were the ones that they want the best for you. They want you to have that high quality of life, right? Those are the real ones. Those are the real people that you should keep in your life. But the people who are just going to hate on you because you're doing something different from them, or you're just going down a road that's just more successful than what they'll ever be, then there really is no point in having them inside your life. Well, I'm just being honest. You are carrying around dead weight. There's no point to carry those people around. You are wasting your time. I'm telling you. It's better, sometimes it's actually better to just have no friends than have those fake ones that just hold you back, because that's what they're going to do. It's going to be like you're in a box and you're locked away from these people. You get rid of those people, they step away, they're the lock, and it's gone. You're open, you're free. You're free to do whatever you want. And I think my advice is, and I mean, take it or leave it. You don't have to believe anything I have to say. It's up to you. But my advice is, if you catch your friends making you feel like they're holding you back from doing something that you really want to do, like if you're passionate about it, it's not like dumb, like you're not putting your life at risk or anything, but something that's going to change your life if you actually just put effort in, and they're trying to hold you back from it for whatever reason, or they just hate on you. It's one thing to hear criticism, right? That's different. But to hear just straight up hate, like them just hating on you, making fun of you because you're doing something different, kick these people out of your life, because there's no reason, they are no benefit, literally no benefit to be in your life anyways. And then when and if you do make it, don't bring them back in your life anyways. If they don't believe in the beginning, then why should they reap the reward that you put the work in for? It doesn't make any sense. Don't accept these people back in. I'm telling you, it'd be the worst mistake you ever make. Give the people that were there from the beginning the most reward, or any reward at all. If you're gonna give anybody the reward, give those people that, whether that's your parents, really close friends, brothers, sisters, family, anybody, somebody who is been there from the get-go. But other than that, get used to people just hating on you when you start going down that certain road. I mean, God has a plan for you. You have a purpose. Stay on that purpose and just do what your heart tells you to do, I guess. I mean, that sounds kind of cliche or corny or whatever, but I mean, that's really what it is. You have an idea, it keeps coming back to you. You're thinking about starting it, you start it, you'll get hated on by close friends, people you don't even know, and you just gotta deal with it. Ride the wave, bro. I'm telling you. Really just accept it. It's not gonna change. It's not gonna go anywhere. Even if you did make it to Bezos level or Elon Musk's level, you are still going to get hate. And you'll get even more, in fact. You'll get more hate when you make it to that point than you will when you're like, if you're starting like poor, trying to get to that point, you will get more hate when you're all the way up here than you will being poor and getting up there. You're going to get hated away, but the people they reach you, it's these people that reach that certain level of success, no matter what they do in life, it is always going to be looked at as negative because they got so much money. They're so successful. They are guaranteed hate. So, I mean, in my head, people who hate on like rich people and stuff, and it's usually, obviously, it's poorer people than them, because why else would why would rich people hate on other rich people for having money? That doesn't make any sense. They would hate on them for other stuff, like their ideas, or they don't agree with this or that. That's different. But poorer people than them are going to hate on them for having a lot of money. Don't be that guy. You should, in anything, if that's your goal in life is to make a bunch of money, then listen to these people because they've done it. Take their advice. Take everything, but obviously take everything with a grain of salt, but take their advice. You know, listen to what they have to say. So, I mean, don't be that guy that just hates on somebody because they worked hard for it and they got successful. Even the people who got it handed to them, there's no point in hating on them. It's not going to change anything. Just because they have something that you don't doesn't give you the right to just get all upset at them because they were born into a lucky life. That's just how the world is, how it goes. It's how it goes. So, I mean, just get used to the hate. When you go down that good road, there's going to be a bunch of people hating on you. You just got to get used to it. Stay in your lane. Focus on yourself. And other than that, life isn't too short to make a change.